So one of the fundamental principles of sailing is that you cannot just point your boat straight into the wind and expect to move forward. Because your sail will be in line with the wind, and then it's not catching any air, so you won't be propelling forward. So that becomes a problem when we want to go somewhere. We can't just, like when you're driving a land vehicle, a car or something, you can just point wherever you want to go and you go. But on the water, you can only, so if the wind is coming from that direction, you can't point straight into it. You have to point sort of like that, and you can go like this, or you can go like this, or anything below that. But so if I'm going like this, and say I want to get to a point over here, how can I do that? Well, I turn, which we call tacking in sailing. When you tack, the sail switches sides, and so you have to switch sides too. And we're going to go over the sort of process of that today. Gybing, conversely, so tacking is when you're going upwind and you tack and your bow crosses through the wind, bow is in front. Gybing, conversely, is going downwind and your stern crosses through the wind. Or that's the one right there. Yeah. So why we might want to tack or jibe is if you want to get to a point that's over here, you have to jibe. Or if there's something in your way, there's a big mark or another boat, you don't want to hit it, so you have to tack or jibe. So now, to talk about the process is what we want to get out of today. We want to, before we go out on the water and try it, we want to understand what we're supposed to be doing. And because the process, if we follow it, will keep us safe and we will do it efficiently. So I have some diagrams that you can share. This side right now, this is going to show us how we tack. These are some pictures of some friends of mine doing a tack. So in the first picture, we see the tiller is straight. They're just sailing along. The tiller is you can see it, the black line near the back of the boat. It's what he's holding. It's what steers the boat. So. So in the first, he's not tacking yet, he's just sailing straight, but maybe he sees that there's some better wind somewhere else, or that there's something in his way, and he wants to tack. So his first step is going to be to look around and make sure that there's plenty of room for him to maneuver, because if he tacked and he tacked right into somebody else or something, that'd be really bad. It's just like when you're driving a car, you won't just turn without looking where you're going. He also wants to communicate with his crew, because there's two people in this boat. If the skipper who's steering was just to tack, the crew might not know what's going on and could get hit by the boom, which is that big metal bar under the sail, and that would hurt a lot. So after he's communicated with his crew that, okay, I want to tack, so let's look around, sees that there's nothing in his way, says, okay, we're going to tack, ready. So he's going to push the tiller away from himself, because in a sailboat, the direction that you push the tiller is opposite to the direction that the boat is going to go. If you think about the physics of it, that makes sense, because this is the back of the boat and this is the rudder, which is in the water and steering it. If you turn it like this, then the boat will turn this way, right? And so he has to push the tiller like that to do it, which you would get if you actually were in boats. So he pushes the tiller away from himself, and the boat starts to head up, which is to point closer to the direction that the wind is coming from. So he pushes his tiller away, and the boat starts to go like this. In the third picture, we see that he's got the tiller pushed all the way across, and he's going to start to stand up to cross sides so that he's always going to be sitting on the opposite side of where the sail is. So he's going to step across, and you always want to be facing forward, so you're always looking where you're going. So he's going to step across, and he's going to duck so that he doesn't get hit by the boom. And he's going to, we'll talk about the tiller exchange in a minute, but he's going to pass the tiller behind his back into his other hand and turn and sit on the other side. So I'm going to do a demo of all this in just a minute. Actually, I'll do that now.
Who gets to be in your crew?
I'll pick after. So. Okay. So this hockey stick, since we do not have any boats around here, is going to act as the tiller. This is going to be just what it's resting on the boat. Here, I'll use it here. These are the two sides of the boat. And so, if I am sailing along and I want to tack, this is the main sheet which controls the sail. I'm going to start by pushing the tiller away from me so that the boat starts to head that way, closer to the wind. I'm going to stand up after I've communicated with my crew and everything. I'm going to duck and pass both into my backhand and sit on the next side. And then I'm good to keep going forward. So that's kind of hard to just see, so we're going to try it together, okay? Do I have any volunteers, or should I pick Charlotte? I knew you'd want to.
Do you want me to be the
You be the wind. Here, so you sit there.
Okay.
Hold your tiller so that you're steering.
Mm-hmm.
This is your main sheet.
Yeah.
So you can imagine that your sail would be right here,
Okay.
kind of like this. I'm the sail, I guess, for now. So the wind is probably coming from somewhere over there, and you are going that way.
Got it.
Now, there's something in your way up here, so you want to tack.
Mm-hmm.
So, you don't have a crew, so you don't have to tell them what's going on. But if this was another boat, maybe you'd want to tell them that you're going to tack, so that everybody knows what's going on. You would still want to look around, so have a look around, make sure there's nothing in your way. So, is there anything in your way?
Yeah.
Good. So, you can start your tack. So, where are you going to push the tiller?
That way.
Away from yourself, yeah. And so your boat is starting to turn this way. Now the sail, as you've now passed through the wind, the sail is crossing over. So you need to duck and change your hands. Put your hands behind you. There you go. Now sit on the other side. There. And now take that. There you go. And now your sail is over here, and you're going up with it. Now, let's say Charlotte was going downwind and she wants to jibe. So
She's not ready.
her sail is out. It's farther out because she's going downwind. She wants to go somewhere over there.
Yeah.
So which way are you gonna push the tiller this time?
Towards me?
Yeah.
Really,
So what do you do first before you push the
I
tiller?
look around.
Okay. You're good?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you can start your jibe. So the
Duck.
sail comes across. And that was good. You stayed facing forward? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
More or less.
good. Yeah, good job. You tacked and jibed now.
You're ready to sail.
Wait.
Put her in the water.
What's the skipping rope for? Like, what does that represent?
So if you look at my pictures, oops.
Your tiller.
I have to look.
Here, so look at these pictures, and you can see, so the sail is attached to the boat so that you can control it. This is, it's called the main sheet, and it's what, so if I was to pull in, then the sail would come in the boat, and if I was to let it out, the sail would go out of the boat. It's a pulley system to control the sail.
Do you usually just kind of let it do its own business, or do you have to pull?
No, you don't let it do its own business. You have to, because it has to be properly trimmed for the conditions of your sail. So like it has to be in enough, because if it, or out enough, like you have to balance it. If it wasn't at the right spot, it would be luffing, it would be shaking, and then you wouldn't be moving very fast because the sail wouldn't be catching air efficiently.
It's like
Yeah.
a different language.
Okay, so that was great, Charlotte. Before we leave, I'm gonna get everybody to show me a tack. And a jibe. So that we all know that we're doing it right before we get out on the water and we get stuck and we don't know what we're doing. Because I've been there. Yeah, so we're gonna summarize. So, why might we want to tack or jibe? What would cause us to say, I have to tack or I have to jibe? Abby?
If someone's in like the water, like you want
Something like in the way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else, Charlotte?
Or I get somewhere.
Yeah, if you need, because you have to go to wherever you were intending. And the other would be if you see that there's better wind over there, or something that you want to be at. Okay, what's the difference between tacking and jibing? Charlotte?
Tacking goes up towards when the bow crosses over, and driving the butt end of the boat crosses over.
Yes,
stern.
the stern. That's right. And how you push the tiller is going to be different. You pull it towards you to jibe, and away from you to tack. Can anybody remember the process that we talked about for tacking?
look around first.
Look around first, yeah.
Communicate with crew.
Yeah.
Dock.
Or duck, yeah.
Pushing.
Duck.
Duck.
Push.
Make sure you're facing forward.
Yeah, stepping across with your back foot so that you're always forwards.
And then switch hands behind your back.
Great. Okay, I think we're probably ready to head out on the water soon. So,